Hello students. Today I am going to explain you area of sector, area of segment and area of triangle. This comes under section SL 3.4. Okay. This is again part of AASL section of IB mathematics. Okay. So be with me. Come on, let us see on the screen. Okay. Now look here. This is the section you have now, and I'm going to explain you this question also. Anyway, before we start, let us revise some formula of circular function, okay, and understand their properties. So first thing is radian measure, okay. What is radian measure? The radian measure is defined as the angle subtended by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of the circle. This length is r. Okay. So the angle subtended by this at the center will be 1 radian. Okay. So please remember it. The length of arc must be equal to the length of the radius. And then you join the ends of that arc with the center, and that angle is called 1 radian. Okay then. Then converting between degree to radian. Okay. Converting degrees to radians, not between. Converting degrees into radians. Okay. In this section, we are going to see how we are going to convert any angle from degrees to radian. Okay. Because for this section, you will need angle in radian only. You cannot use angle in degrees for area of sector, for arc length. Okay. You always need angle in radians. Okay then. So let us see here. Degree to radian. Okay, this is the important part that you must remember. This is just the comparison. So how to convert radian to degrees if you need. Okay, now degree to radian, what you have to do, you have to multiply degree measure by pi by 180 and you are going to get radian measure. Similarly, from radian to degree, just take the reciprocal of this, which will be 180 by pi, and you are going to get degrees. Okay, very simple thing you can remember. So look at the first example, 30 degrees. So I am multiplying 30 degrees by pi over 180 and I am getting pi over 6, which is in radian. So 30 degree in radian is pi over 6. Second example, 45 degrees. I will multiply 45 by pi over 180 and my answer is pi over 4. So 45 degrees become pi over 4. Similarly, 60 degrees, third example, I multiplied 60 by pi over 180 and I am getting pi by 3. Fourth example, 120 degrees. I will divide 120 degrees by pi over 180 and I am going to get 2 pi by 3. Okay. So like this, you can convert from degrees into radians, right? Similarly, I'll show you some example, though you will not need most of the time here. If you have radians, how to convert them into degrees? Okay, so suppose you have pi over 6 radians and you want to convert to degrees. So pi over 6 multiplied by 180 over pi, just the reciprocal of pi over 180. How you can remember it? Because degrees are always in numbers, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 360 degrees. So therefore the number 180 should be up, pi should be down. Now pi and pi will cancel. So 180 by 6 will give you 30 degrees. Similarly, pi over 12 multiplied by 180 over pi, pi and pi cancel. So 180 divided by 180 divided by 12 is going to give you 15 degrees. And so on. Like this you can find all the other radian into degrees. But we are more interested in degree to radian. Okay, because in this section you are going to need angle in radians. Okay, now look at length of arc and area of sector. What is length of arc? This is the arc, okay, the part of a circle. Actually, the part of the circumference of a circle is called arc. Okay, so this is arc AB from A to B. Then in arc also there can be minor arc and there can be major arc. Okay, so if you divide a circle into two arcs, so definitely one will be minor and the other one will be major arc. Okay, that's it. Similarly, there will be minor sector and major sector. What is a sector? Sector is the part intercepted by two radii with the arc. That section is called sector. Okay, so it is always between the two radii. Similarly, you can get minor arc and major arc. Okay, as we got minor arc and major arc, in the same way you can get minor sector and major sector. So the sector which is a smaller one is called minor sector and the sector which is big one is called major sector. Similarly, here is comparison between sector and segment. Okay, so sector, as I already told you, is the part between two radii and the arc. That part is called sector. Okay, but segment is the part cut off by a chord of a circle from the part of the circle. So it has nothing to do with the radii. Okay, this section is called segment. So segment is the part cut off by the chord of the circle. What is chord? Chord is a line which meets the circle in two different points. Okay, so like this is the segment, this is the sector. Yeah, so I hope you understood this. Now sine rule and cosine rule, because here in many questions you are going to need sine rule and cosine rule. Okay, sine rule is very simple. When to use sine rule? When one complete pair and one incomplete pair is given in a triangle. Of course, we are going to use sine rule and cosine rule in a triangle which is not right angled. Okay, so if you have one complete pair and one incomplete pair, then you can use sine rule. For example, here this is one complete pair, angle and the angle in front, angle and the side in front of it, and there is another incomplete pair. Angle is not known, but the side is known. It can be the other way. Side can be known and angle will be unknown, or side is unknown and angle can be known. Okay, so one incomplete pair, this is incomplete pair, and the other is complete pair. So in such a case, always use sine rule. What is sine rule? A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. But anytime we are going to use any two of these fractions. Okay, so because we have to compare one complete pair and one incomplete pair, so only two parts of this fraction will be required. Okay, now what is this small a, small b and small c? Actually, small a is the side in front of vertex A, small b is the side in front of vertex C. Sorry, what I said, small b. Okay, let me do it again. Small a is the side opposite to angle A, small b is the side opposite to angle B, and small c is the side opposite to angle C. Okay, so like this they are defined: small a, small b and small c. Okay, now in this triangle, one complete pair is angle C and side C. So, and the incomplete pair is x, angle x and side 6. So sine x upon 6, because in front of x is the side C, side 6, is equal to sine 30 over 5. Okay, so this can be inverted also. It can be A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C, or it can also be sine A over A is equal to sine B over B is equal to sine C over C. Okay, so please remember that it can be taken in this way also. Okay, so I'll erase it from here. So I hope you will remember it. Now, calculating this, I am going to get sine x is equal to 6 times 30. 6 will go there. So 6 times 30 divided by 5. And then sine will go there. So it will be sine inverse. So calculation of this is 0.6. So sine inverse 0.6. I am getting 36.9 degrees. I calculated this in degrees deliberately so that you understand. But in case of sector and segment, you are going to need radians only. Okay. Then come to the cosine rule. Okay. Cosine rule is used when two sides and included angle is then given. What is the meaning of two sides and included angle? These are the two sides which are given to you, and the angle between those two sides will be called as included angle. So included angle is given. So two sides are given and the angle between them is given. You can use cosine rule. Now cosine rule again can be used in two ways. This is one way, this is second way. So to find any unknown side, you have to use this rule. To find any unknown angle, you have to use this rule. They are not different, they are just expressed in terms of side here and in terms of angle here. Okay, so I am going to use this rule to find x. Now look here, x square, x is the third side. So x square is equal to 5 square plus 7 square minus 2 times 5 into 7 into cos of 30 degrees. Okay, so always remember, those whose squares is taken, they are always together. Okay, so 2 times 5 into 7 cos of 30. My answer is 13.3782. So I'll find the square root of it because it is x square. So its square root is approximately 3.66 centimeter. Okay, so I got the answer in this way. Now look at the second case. When all the three sides are given, again you can use the cosine rule, but in this form, because when all the three sides are given, definitely you want certain angle. So I want this angle A. Okay, so to find angle A, I am going to use first part of it. Now how is this first part? Cos A is equal to B square plus C square minus A square, and those two squares are again together here in the denominator, 2 times BC. Okay, so A is first and A is last. Remember it here. In the same way here, x is first and the angle in front of x is last. Okay, so in this way you can remember it. Now in this figure, I have to find angle x. So I'll write cos x is equal to 5 square plus 4 square, because those are the two sides which includes angle x, minus 7 square which is in front of it. Okay, in front of angle x. So 5 square 4 square minus 7 square divided by 2 times 5 into 4, whose answer is negative 0.2. So therefore x is equal to cos inverse negative 0.2, which is approximately 101.5 degrees. But of course, in the next section, you will need it in radians. So anyway, now look at area of triangle. Okay, area of triangle. How to find area of triangle when it is not a right angle triangle? Okay, so in that case also, remember that two sides and included angle should be there. If you have two known sides and the angle between them is also known, then you can find the area of this triangle. Now what is the formula to find the area of that triangle? So area of triangle ABC is equal to half A times B times sine C. Now again, according to the sign convention, this side is A, this side is B. So I am writing half A times B into sine of C. This angle is C. Okay. Angle pi by 6 is C. So like that, I am going to use two sides and included angle. Okay. So I hope you will remember this. I have to only cancel what I wrote here. Okay. Anyway, so half times 5 times 7 into sine of pi by 6. Now onwards I am going to use radians because you must know how to use radians to find area of sector, area of segment and so on. So my answer is 8.75. Of course you have to use the calculator. I think this is the best calculator. Okay, Texas CX2 N Inspire CX2, but some students use TI-84 also. So I hope that is also good. But I have with me this calculator. Okay. Okay then. So let us start exam questions now onwards. So this was the figure given on the front page also and on my thumbnail also. Now look here. This is a past paper question. It says that the following diagram shows a radioactive warning symbol made out of a circle in the center and three equal blades. So these are the three blades, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the circle and there are three blades, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, again that blade is also formed by certain circles. So let me show you how are those circles. So I'll make a circle here. Okay, make it big to occupy this shape. Of course this is big, so I'll make it little smaller. Yeah, so approximately this is that circle and there is one more circle which is between the two circles. So that circle is here. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so this is that circle. So there are two more circles here. Okay, but I'll erase them. I will not keep them. So just I want to explain you that the radius of this circle OC with the biggest circle is given here. I have already calculated. OC is 7. So this length is 7. Then radius of this circle whose radius is OB also I have calculated 3 centimeters. Okay, and the radius of the smallest circle is already given. OA is 2 centimeter. Okay, they are given in another form. They have given AB 1, BC 4, so that you understand how to find out the radius. This is 2. So 2 and 1, 3 will give you the radius of the middle circle, and then all of them together 4 plus 1 plus 2, 7 will be the radius of the largest circle. Okay, so I'll erase these circles. They are not required here. Okay, so now let us find what I have to find here. I have to find the total shaded area. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and this one. Now this area is very simple. This is the area of the small circle. Okay, so that I have already calculated. Look here, area of circle. I hope you remember the formula, pi r square. Okay, so pi is there, r radius of this is 2. So let me put here 2. So pi into 2 square will be 4 pi. I'll not convert it now. I'll keep it 4 pi because finally I will need to write it to 3 significant figure, or in terms of pi also you can write. Now angle COD is already given as 30 degrees, but I cannot use 30 degrees. So I have converted it to radian, and because 30 degrees is very standard angle, So it is pi by 6. Again, I can show you how it is pi by 6. 30 multiplied by pi over 180. So which gives me pi over 6. Okay. So that is the angle in radian. OB, the radius of middle circle, and OC, the radius of largest circle. Okay. Why I need that? Because I will have to find area of this sector and area of the whole sector. From area of this whole sector, I will have to subtract area of this middle sector. That will give me the area of this part. Okay, this shaded part. So please remember it. I'll find area of this sector. This is the sector, not a triangle. Then from that I will subtract area of this sector. Okay, that will give me the shaded area. Okay then, so let us go to that. Area of BCDE, this is the shaded part. So this will be equal to area of sector OCD, the large sector, minus area of sector OBE, the middle sector. Okay. Okay then. So radius of the largest circle is 7. We have already calculated here. So half r square theta is the formula. We have already seen that formula. Okay. Have you noted down the formula? Let me write it here. Area of sector okay, area of sector, let me copy it here, is given by half r square theta, where r is the radius, theta is in radian mode. Okay then, so look here, half r square theta for the large circle minus half r square theta for the middle circle which is after the smallest circle. Okay, so half into 7 square into pi by 6 minus half into 3 square into pi by 6. Okay, after simplifying all these things, I get 10 over 3 pi. I'll keep it in terms of pi. Now this is the area of only one shaded region. Like that, in this radioactive warning symbol, I have 3 parts, 1, 2, 3. So what I will do, my answer will be multiplied by 3. So 3 times area of BCDE is 3 times 10 by 3 pi, which will be 10 pi. I'll keep 10 pi. Now total area of symbol will be this area, which is here, plus 4 pi, because 4 pi was the area of the smallest circle. So area of smallest circle plus area of these 3 regions. Okay, together my answer is 14 pi. You can keep it in terms of pi anyway. Otherwise, you can write to 3 significant figure. If the question says write 3 significant figure, so it is 14.0 centimeters square. So this is all was that question. Okay, let us go to question number 2. In this question, what is said? The following diagram shows a right angle triangle ABC. This triangle ABC is right angled and a sector ABD. Look here, this is the sector ABD. This is that sector of a circle with center at A. This is the center. So it means this will be the radius, R will be 5 and this also will be 5. Okay, AD is equal to AB is equal to 5, which will be the radius of this sector. The point E lies on AC. Point E is here on this line AC, such that BE is perpendicular to AC. BE is perpendicular to AC. Let me put here the perpendicular mark. Okay, so this is perpendicular, BE is perpendicular to AC. Okay, the region R is bounded by, this is the region R, the shaded region. It is bounded by DE, this line, BE, this line, and arc BFD. Okay, so we have to find first angle BAC. This is that angle BAC, BAC. Okay, that angle we have to find. Now we have all the 3 sides of this triangle. So very easily we can find that angle. Now to find that angle, you can use tan inverse, sine inverse, cos inverse, but I am using cos inverse. Why I am using cos inverse? Because in the next section also I need cos inverse. So that is why I am using cos inverse, so that I don't have more complications here. So cos inverse adjacent over hypotenuse, isn't it? So cos inverse adjacent is 5. Okay, this is the adjacent side, over hypotenuse is 13. Okay, this is right angle triangle. This angle I want to find. So for this angle, this is adjacent, and opposite to 90 degrees is hypotenuse side. Okay. Okay then. So I hope you understood this, which is equal to 1.18 to 3 significant figure, because they said find it. So I found it. But for next section, I am going to use this one, so that my calculation is more correct, more accurate. Okay. Now that has finished first part. Second part says find the area of R. R means this section R. So to find that area, what we will find? We will find area of this sector ABD. Okay. From that we will subtract area of this triangle AEB. Okay. This triangle we will subtract from it. So it will give us this area, isn't it? It is not difficult. We already have this angle, so we can use that. So cos of BAC is AE upon 5. Again, instead of the whole side, I am using AE now, so that I can find the length of AE. Why I need length of AE? Because to find this area of this triangle, I need this side, and the included angle, isn't it? Do you remember? Half AB sine C. So to use that, I should have two sides and the angle between them. So angle between them is known. So I will find AE. Okay, so that I can use that formula. So cos of BAC, angle BAC is AE upon 5 also. So therefore AE will be 5 times cos of BAC. So 5 times cos of BAC. So 5 times cos of BAC. Now look here, when you bring cos inverse here, so cos of BAC will be 5 over 13. Okay, which is 1.92. Okay then. Now look at the final part now. So shaded area. Shaded area means area of that R, symbol R. So let me write R also here. I will include R. Okay, capital R, so that it is more explanatory. So shaded area R, again I will show you. This is the shaded area R, is equal to area of sector ABD. Look here, sector ABD. Okay, minus area of triangle AEB. Area of triangle AEB. This I will subtract. Okay then. So area of sector ABD will be half R square theta. Theta is 1.18. We already have. So half into 5 square into 1.18. Look here. R is 5 and this is 1.18. Okay. So I am using that. Half 5 square into 1.18 minus half 5 into 1.92 into sine of the angle included between 5 and 1.92, which is 1.18. We already have found here. Okay, so I'm using this, and I'm using the length 5 and AE. Okay, AE we already found, which is 1.92. Okay, so using 1.92, using 5 and this angle, which is 1.18, so I am finding the area of this triangle. This is the area of the triangle. This is the area of the sector. Okay, so after subtracting, my final answer is 10.3 centimeter square. So with this, we have finished solving 2 questions of past papers. Was it difficult? It wasn't difficult, isn't it? So this is the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, and If you have enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe my channel on YouTube. My channel name is IB Mathematics. Okay, so you can subscribe to my channel so that you can get more videos. Okay, immediately every week I will upload 2 videos. One will be on Sunday. Today is Sunday. Okay, so today I am going to upload one, and on Thursday. So please look at both the days so that you don't miss out my important questions. I am always going to solve the important question. So if you want one-on-one lessons with me, I also take that online. So you can contact me on my email ID, which is sheikh.abdulnasir@gmail.com, or you can contact me on my WhatsApp 0091 808 706 3793. Okay, then bye for now.